Hey guys! Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays! So for probably my last custom of the year, I'm going to be making a candy cane Furby. So let's get started. So I know I wanted to do a peppermint Furby of some sort, but I didn't know if I wanted to use crushed candy canes, peppermints, or candy canes in general. So while I'm figuring that out, we're going to take some resin and pour equal parts A and parts B into a container and mix them together well. A quick reminder that epoxy resin is a two-part chemical reaction that, when cured fully and mixed correctly, should make a somewhat plastic-like substance in the end. And because epoxy resin is a chemical reaction, I recommend that you do it in a well-ventilated area if you are going to mix them together. And once mixed together fully, I wait a few minutes for the bubbles to rise to the surface to get out of the mixture. Last year around this time, I bought some white hollow glitter, so I thought it'd be perfect for this custom Christmas Furby. So we're going to mix that into the resin concoction until it's well blended, and making sure to not put too much glitter in there because I still want to be able to see a bunch of the candy canes that I'm going to shove into the Furby mold. After mixing up our resin, I'm going to pull over the Furby mold and pour the resin into the ear cavities of the mold. I find this easier to do before putting any of whatever I'm sticking in the mold. Candy canes, candy corn, candy themed items. It's just easier for the resin to get into the nooks and crannies without having to fight over going past all the candy that's in there. And that's another reason too, while I layer the candy canes and the resin, because I do it that way to avoid as many air pockets forming as I can. And here is the finished resin product. I did have to wait about double the amount of cure time because it is the colder seasons. When it's colder, resin takes longer to harden, just FYI. Honestly, I had no idea what I was going to do when I headed into the face up for this Furby. My friend Okami Girl 64 just really wanted me to make a peppermint Furby for Christmas, and I thought it was a good idea. But once I got the candy canes in that mold and once the resin hardened, I didn't really know how to proceed from there. So while I'm figuring that out, I just start with my normal blocking of the eyes and beak with a watered down white acrylic paint. You're going to do about 50-50 water to acrylic paint. And I did about 4 to 5 coats before it went completely opaque, but we're just going to speed that up and show you the first painted layer and the finished product. And there we go. This is about 5 layers of white paint. And in about that time I figured that I just really wanted to use more glitter. So I painted on some glue with a paintbrush, and over a piece of paper, or I think I used an index card in this case, I'm going to pour glitter on top of the areas that I painted with glue. I decided that instead of a red beak, which I had been planning on doing, a white beak would be better. I mean, the red beak, it just seemed like too... I didn't like it, so I thought, well, white would be a good touch, and sparkly white would be better, so glitter it was. After doing about 2 coats of white glitter on the beak, I decided to hit up the eyebrows with some gold. Basically, I just pulled out all the colors of glitter that felt Christmassy to me, and I ended up using white, gold, and you'll see the eye color soon. So, just wait for that. But right now I'm daubing on glue for the eyelashes, and I tried to do circular globs of glue for like the eyelash shape. I don't think it really came across as, circular, but I'm not really too concerned with eyelashes, to be honest, on Furbies. You hardly ever really see them in pictures. You hardly ever see them unless you're getting like an aerial view of the top of the Furby. So, if you mess up, or if you're doing this at home or doing a repaint of a Furby, don't sweat it, and you can always wipe it off and try it again. Next, I'm going to vigorously pour a bunch of gold glitter over the glued portions and let it dry a bit and dump it off onto the index card so that I can pour the loose glitter back into the container. Here I tried to draw in the eye shines so that I could paint the glue around what I wanted the eyes to look like, and I decided to use green glitter to contrast nicely with the red. The eyes on this Furby were probably the hardest part to do, because painting glue onto just specific portions of an already white base is kind of hard to see where you're going. So I was just, trying to make small circles at first, making circular motions around the eye shines I drew in, and it basically just took trial and error. Next up, I poured green glitter on top of the areas I glued, and I was able to come back in and touch up the roundness of the eye and how opaque the green was, building up that color. Next up, hair time. With some Elmer's glue all, I started gluing on the hair wefts that I brushed out with a wired pet brush. And I decided to do white and red to keep with the candy cane theme. And I decided to do this somewhat pattern of 2 stripes of white, a stripe of red, and a stripe of white, going down the Furby's head a bit, and filled it in with other strands of yarn as I saw fit later on. And it was really hard to see if I used enough glue or not, because again, the white yarn made glue on white makes it hard to tell if you've used enough glue, all right? That's just the way things are here, okay? But finally I was able to see that the yarn stopped pulling off of the Furby when I was retrieving my little glue stick tool there. And I just slathered it with glue, knowing it would harden clear and be pretty cool in the morning. Well, now that the glue is on and dried and the hair is up and tall, it's time to style it. I really wanted to use this pretty ribbon that I bought a few months ago, and I was just determined to have a bow. So I thought maybe a bow in its hair that you can't even see. Can we move the camera angle a bit so we can see what we're doing? Maybe? No? Oh, okay. No? Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. We can finally see what we're doing. And yeah, that bow's not working out there. I just did not like how it looked. Too tall hair. It just looks silly. Just stop. Just stop. I know you like the bow, but let's yeah, we're gonna have to take that out. I like that little touch of, oh, if I just trim the top or fluff the top of the whatever hairstyle this is, it's gonna make sense. I'm gonna like it eventually. It's just gonna take time. Like, I thought that was such a great idea, giving me Cindy Lou Who vibes. No, it's just, please stop. We can't even see what you're doing. Like, can we? Yeah, let's. Yeah. No, you see that you don't like it. We see that we don't like it. Oh no, we're trimming the ribbon. We're trimming the ribbon's ends. Okay. And we see we don't like it. Thank you. Finally taking that bow out. Okay. Thank you. Now that we're going back to trying to figure out what hairstyle we want to do. Again, it's like the face up all over again. I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I just kept chipping away at it until I figured out what I thought looked nice. And we're just going to cut the hair out of frame because that's helpful for everyone to not see what we're doing. Yeah. But essentially, I'm just trying to make the hairstyle shorter because I remembered on Jelly Belly, my Easter custom, that I really like the short floofy hair. So I figured a short floofy hairstyle would really show off the colors of the hair better. And so that's what we're gonna go for. And I really do think that cute fluff ball kind of hairstyle was really cute. Oh, there's the bow again. I was really determined to use this bow. I really liked it. I really thought that the bow screamed Christmas to me, like presents, you know, something very joyful and happy and cheerful. The problem is I didn't know where I wanted to put it. I thought I wanted to put it on its chest, like right below its beak, but when I tried to do that, the feet protrude so far from the chest underbeak area that the bow kind of scrunched up and like jutted out, and it didn't look good. It just looked so forced. So then I'm like, should I put it in the hair? Should I put it up to the side? I didn't really know where I wanted it, but I knew that I wanted this bow on this Furby. This Furby needed a bow. So I'm like, okay, the bow didn't fit in the hair. Well, what about the hairline? Let's put it under, and you know what? It kind of works. I'm kind of digging it. It's not too obtrusive, but it's very much a fashion statement. And here she is, in all her glory. All right, so meet Jolly, everyone. I think she turned out to be a great Furby custom.
A bit on the busy, ugly Christmas sweater vibes than what I had planned on originally.
But I think she turned out adorable. And that's it. Stay safe, be cheerful, and I hope that I'll see y'all in 2021. All right, let's go, Jolly.